You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack?
Yes, sir.
You know what that does to you? Huh?
No, sir.
It kills your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells. Now go in and jump. Jump.
No.
And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today.
Fanboy Friday. Fanboy Friday.
Fanboys, LeBron James, fanboys, fanboys. How much proof do you guys need? How much proof do you need that your king is a joke? That your king has made a joke out of the game of basketball? Buckle up, people. So, this video again is about the Kai Cenat live stream with the duck. And let me start by saying this. I'm a musician. There is no scenario in which I take playing music lightly, even when it's for fun. You know, I play the same way in a rehearsal as I would play on stage. I play the same way if I'm just getting together, jamming with some friends as I would play on stage. In other words, I take the execution of music very seriously. I take how I perform very seriously, but for a lot of reasons. Number one, I love music. I love music. Number two, I'm fortunate enough to have made a living for many, many years doing music. I do not take that lightly because there's lots of other ways to make money. There's lots of ways. There's lots of people in the world who are making money, but they are miserable with what they have to do to get the money. So I do not take that lightly. Now we're going to discuss a few things. I said that to say this. LeBron James, after announcing his buttocks injury, missing practice for the Lakers to go on live stream with Kai Cenat, was seen taking several shots on the basketball court with Kai Cenat. Now, I didn't count up the amount of shots LeBron James took. I saw that he did make a few this time, unlike when he was in China, but he missed the majority of those shots. He might have made between 3 and 5 shots, I think I counted. But the majority of shots he took, he missed. Now, some people are going to say, well, hey, he's just shooting around. It's not serious. And therein lies the problem. How you do anything is how you do everything. I keep saying this. I've said this several times on several videos. How you do anything, LeBron James fanboys, is how you do everything. Just like the half-a comments that you leave that are not thought out, I'm sure that's how you guys go throughout the rest of your lives, is not thinking things out and just responding emotionally. But how you do anything is how you do everything. Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or Larry Bird, a number of people in the scenario where they are just shooting around, I guarantee you, they are still making shots because there is no off switch for what they do, because they love the game of basketball and they take it seriously. So there is no just shooting around. Even if it's just for fun, I promise you, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Kareem, any of the greats that you can name except the Duck, but you can't name him because he's not one of the greats. Any of the greats that you can name will be, even if it's just a shoot around, take seriously the execution of what they're doing. In other words, if they're going to shoot a shot, they're trying to make the shot every time. It doesn't matter if it's during a game, if it's during the preseason, regular season, playoffs, or finals. The intention is always the same, or even if it's just a shoot around. The intention is the same because they take the game of basketball seriously. And again, we've gone through this thing so many times, people, but I'm gonna go over it again because this is the second video of me talking about how LeBron James doesn't take the game of basketball seriously. Now, the last one I did a week or two ago, and it kind of brought the fanboys back out. But fanboys, you guys more than anybody need to hear this. The way LeBron James goes about the game of basketball, again, his actions tell you he does not take the game serious. And it goes down to load management. It goes down to the flopping. It goes down to all of the antics that he does during the game of basketball that tells you he does not take the game of basketball seriously. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant played injured, played every game they possibly could. Michael Jordan played 82 games 9 times, and Kobe Bryant and Larry Bird, and again, name any of the greats, played as much as possible for many reasons. Number one, they were serious about the game of basketball. Number two, it was their job. This is what they're getting paid to do. Number three, for the fans. Because again, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant both on record saying that, hey, I feel obligated to play every game for the family who saved up money to come see me. This may be their one and only opportunity to see me play. I need to be on the court and I need to be giving my 100% best. Kobe Bryant said, hey, it might be the next Kobe out there who's coming to gain some inspiration. So again, this is the mentality of the greats. LeBron James doesn't think this way. He's perfectly okay, and you fanboys defend this ridiculous behavior. Matter of fact, go ahead, fanboys, drop it in the comments. Tell me every excuse you can think of, because I know the number one excuse is going to be, well, he got to preserve his body so he can stay in the league as long as possible and make as much money as he possibly can, because that's the only thing that you fanboys can think about is the money. Money can't buy you respect, fanboys. Remember that. That's why your king is always begging for it. That's why you guys are begging for it for him on his behalf. Please respect my king. Please, please see him as the GOAT. It would make us feel better. It would make him feel better. There is no excuse. So whatever excuse, even if you want to say, okay, he's trying to preserve his body outside of the allegations, outside of the way that he's already chosen to preserve his body, allegedly. If you want to say he low manages to preserve his body so he can stay in the league as long as possible and make as much money, well, guess what, fanboys? That is a choice. And so you are essentially saying he is choosing the money over the fans. There is no way around it. So you can say that you're okay with that, And you can be okay with that. You can be okay with the fact that LeBron James chooses the money over integrity, and he chooses the money over the fans who helped line his pockets with the money. You can say that, but you can't then compare him to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and the greats. You can't then in the same sentence say he takes his job as seriously as they do, because it's one or the other. Everything has a trade-off, fanboys. This is what I keep trying to tell you. You guys, just like your king, think you can have your cake and eat it too. You think you can get everything without having to sacrifice. Everything that you get in life comes with a sacrifice. So yes, you can play for the money, you can play for the longevity, but that comes at a cost. That cost is not being seen in the same light as the greats. That cost comes with fans not respecting you because you're not respecting the fans. You're saying, hey fans, I choose my money over you. I know there's families out there who probably saved up for 6 months, who may have saved up for a year just to come see one NBA game because their son wanted to see LeBron James. I know that's the case, but I don't care because I'm trying to preserve myself. You can't have it all, LeBron James fanboys. So no, your king does not take the game of basketball seriously. Flopping. Need we say more? With flopping the way LeBron James does, to be a quote unquote so-called NBA superstar, and to be able to type into YouTube LeBron James flopping compilations, and countless compilations come up varying in length from 5 minutes. I even seen them as long as seem like 12 or 13 minutes. Can you imagine 13 minutes of you pretending to get fouled and laying on the floor like you're dying? Are we serious? And you want to convince me that he takes the game of basketball seriously, that he is not that he hasn't made a joke out of the game of basketball. LeBron James fanboys, please explain it to me. Get in the comments, give me your best excuses. I already know what you're gonna say, LeBron James fanboys. You're gonna say, oh, well, he's so big and strong that the referees never gave him calls, so he had to start flopping so he could get some calls. No, not when you're supposed to be the greatest player of all time. You don't get that pass. You're supposed to be the greatest player of all time, and you're supposed to be bigger, stronger, faster. That's what they tell us. And on top of that, LeBron James hasn't even improved himself as a basketball player. He hasn't filled in all of the holes that he has as a basketball player so that he could. So instead of becoming a more complete player, instead of becoming a player that has go-to moves. So, hey, guess what, fanboys? If LeBron James is getting fouled, you know how he could remedy that? If he had a good 1-2 pull-up. If he had a good 1-2 pull-up, 1 dribble pull-up, 2 dribble pull-up, 3 dribble pull-up. But LeBron James doesn't have that. So his only thing is to try to, we all know, to duck your head and ram to the basket or shoot a 3. But if LeBron James actually had a complete offensive arsenal, maybe he wouldn't have to flop. Or maybe he wouldn't have to think that flopping is a solution to his problem. But at the end of the day, all this is BS, because at the end of the day, LeBron James flops because LeBron James is a cheater. Because LeBron James is a manipulator. On and off the court. He does it with teams and team management. He does it with teammates, and he does it on the basketball court, trying to manipulate the refs. So again, someone who would flop, who sees flopping as a viable option instead of improving your game to the point to where, okay, I know if they go to the hole, if I go to the hole, they're gonna foul me. So I'm gonna stay out here, 1-2 dribble, pull up. Again, the same thing that he's been criticized for from multiple people, and every time fanboys want to cry. Kwame Brown has said the same thing about LeBron James. No go-to moves. And so, yeah, you know, this whole Kai Cenat thing, like I said, it's just another example of LeBron James not taking the NBA serious, and obviously Adam Silver not taking the game serious, because LeBron James should be penalized for this kind of stuff. LeBron James should be penalized for the simple fact that it makes the NBA look bad. It sets a terrible precedence. It sets a bad example for the up-and-coming players that this is the kind of stuff that's okay. That's why you have people talking about, why should we play hard in an all-star game? It's because of this kind of attitude. It's because of not taking the game serious. That LeBron James, one day in media day, could say, well, you know, I'm excited about the season. Well, we got Luka. I'm ready to go. You know, I've had my dose of PEDs that's gonna last for the next 6 months, allegedly. And yeah, I'm just excited about playing. And then the next day, LeBron James has a glute injury. But not so injured that he cannot go on the Kai Cenat live stream and dance and shoot basketball. LeBron James fanboys, I would love to know you guys' thoughts. I would really love to know. I know you guys are so brainwashed that there is absolutely nothing LeBron James can do to make you see the truth. But I would love to know you guys' thoughts. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh, well, he's a millionaire. You're not. So, and he's this and you're not. And he's successful. And he may have 6 losses, but he has 4 championships. And the bubble championship was the hardest championship in the history of the game. So that counts as 4 championships. And LeBron James is the GOAT. Leave him alone. You guys are pathetic. You are ridiculous, and so is your king. But yeah, this is ridiculous. And like I said, the NBA should really make an example out of LeBron James. But the NBA help facilitate this whole thing. The NBA helped the whole entitled movement that LeBron James brought to the NBA. So, you know, what are you gonna do? But anyway, we gonna hold up here, people. You know, another video clip of LeBron James missing shot after shot after shot. And again, like I said, this is all due to the fact that LeBron James doesn't take this game seriously. And him missing going 0 for 11 in China, and then you see him shooting with Kai Cenat and he may have went 5 for 20 or something. It just shows you that he doesn't take the game serious. The fact that he said he had an injury and then has the nerve to be seen by millions of people on live stream dancing and shooting just shows you how disrespectful he is to the NBA and to the game of basketball. LeBron James fanboys, I do not ever want to hear you say someone is hating on your king again, because every piece of disrespect LeBron James get, he has earned it for 20 going on 23 years. He has earned every piece of disrespect that he gets and that he will continue to get, and it will only multiply. And LeBron James fanboys, you guys, I hope you get the same amount of disrespect in your personal lives. Anyway, we gonna hold up here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is this just another example of LeBron James? We all know this, doesn't take the game of basketball seriously. Like, this guy has got away with highway robbery for the last 23 years. Like, this has been the biggest sham and scam on the NBA in the history of the game, and I don't know if we can come back from it. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.